Okay, a common problem in Scotland is that most people will categorise this as an air conditioning unit, when in fact it's an air-to-air heat pump. So it's a bit different than just a traditional aircon unit where it just cools. This does heating and cooling, so it's a full climate control system for your home. This one's just been installed in my own house. Glass windows, newer build construction is just unbearable in the summer months at the moment. So I've chosen to put this in so it's actually comfortable and you can live in it. It's a bit rural, so if I open all the windows, problems with insects and things as well. As you can see, it looks pretty sleek. It's pretty tidy. The main thing with this one is there's no outside unit, and because of that, a lot of the planning restrictions and things like that are non-existent. In most cases it'll be permitted development, but you do need to check with your local authority. Listed properties and things like that still will have some checks that need to be done. Typically you're in and out in a day for most installs because it just goes on an outside wall. You can match them up. You can have 2 or 3 units in the house at the same time, well, in the room or in the house at the same time, and you can link them together so it does one room control at a time. And there's not really any limit to the amount you can have. It's got a 6 amp supply, so what that means is it actually comes with a plug, so you can technically just plug it in, or you can cut that and put in a separate fuse spur if you so wish, if there's not a plug local to it. You can also mount it high up on the wall too, if you wanted. If you didn't have space here, for example, if you had a settee coming in, and there's a plate that goes on the bottom, goes on this part here, so it keeps it looking a little bit nicer. Also with this unit, it has really good efficiencies, so it's up to 3.8 SCOP, so that's, you could argue that's 380% efficient. So for every 1 kilowatt that goes in, you get 3.8 kilowatt hours of heat or cooling out of the unit. Something that a lot of people won't know is that it can actually dehumidify as well, so it can dry the air too, which is good for properties where there's maybe damp or you have to dry clothes in the house on a rail or a rack or things. You can actually put it into a dry mode to assist with that as well. Wi-Fi is included as standard, so it comes in the unit, so you can then control it with the app, which is obviously handy for if you're out and about. Another benefit of having an air conditioning or an air-to-air system in the summer months is if you've also got solar, obviously you're typically going to be generating a lot more than you can charge in your batteries, and then you'll just be dumping the rest to the grid. You'll get a payment for it, but it's usually not as much as what it costs you for the energy. But when you're obviously cooling, you can on some days get it essentially for free, or for a very low cost, because you're actually utilising the energy that you would have been losing or wasting anyway. So that's an added benefit. So you've got year-round comfort, heating and cooling in the summer months with the solar generation, potentially zero to very low cost to run it. This is what's on the outside from the rack solo. This here is just the pipe for the drain off. It won't drop too much liquid too often, but it's better to have it installed rather than not. This is all you see on the outside. These are obviously plain white. I'm actually going to change these for grills that I can paint and match them to this and to the windows, which are a bit grey. Now, this is all you see outside, so this is a big part of my decision to put these in, because the property itself, I didn't want to ruin the sort of outside appearance by putting an air conditioning unit here, which is in most cases a white unit. And once these are all painted and the proper grills on, you'll barely even notice it here. So I think it'll look really good on the outside of the building, and anybody can do that on any property. As long as you've got an outside wall, you can finish it whatever type of finished grill that you please. An additional thing is as well, if you're in a sort of rural setting, you can get an insect mesh that goes in behind it as well, and that then obviously stops any insects getting in. They can't actually get into the property anyway, they just get stuck inside this bit here because it's a sealed unit at the back. But yeah, that's why I chose this one, because that's all you're going to see on the outside, and it does not take away from the outside appearance of the property. So the unit's currently operating just now, so you can see this is the inlet, so it pulls the flaps open, so the air goes in this one here, and it comes out here, and you can actually feel it's a bit warmer while it's doing cooling. When it's doing heating, it's the opposite, it'll blow out the cold. But these flaps are just on a wee spring there, and they open and close themselves.